Hi. For anybody out there that may be struggling with alcohol addiction or alcohol habit, please give me a moment of your time. I think I might be able to help. I'm Samaya, and I'm just a regular girl that's trying to be 1% better every day. First, I'm going to give my backstory on my relationship to alcohol. So the first time I tried alcohol, I was 15. I had a sip of it. Somebody in my family member gave me just a little bitty bit. I didn't make a habit out of it at that time. When I got older, I was 19 years old, and it was the first time I got drunk with one of my friends, my best friend at the time, and we got drunk at one of our other friends' apartment. So I'm a little bit of a late bloomer with this, but I'm gonna give a little bit more. My alcohol dependency got a little bit worse during the pandemic, but it got worse when I was in a relationship with this, and I experienced my first true heartbreak. But the thing was, I knew I had an issue because when I would drink alcohol, after a while, I'd tell myself that I will only drink social. But then I started to drink by myself and in conjunction with binge eating. And the thing was, I already knew alcohol was bad for you. I've never not known this, but this brings me to my next point. Of course, I did drink because a little bit of peer pressure, but it was also a bit of escapism, or trying to numb feelings like anger, sadness, loneliness, which I know I'm not the only person that experiences these things, and that's part of the reason why many people do end up drinking alcohol in the first place. And it doesn't help that it gets promoted to us from when we're a child in movie, TV show. There's so many things out there that, we get ads for, but even it's in our cultural zeitgeist. People are just yeah, I need a drink after a long day. So now I'm going to get to the tips which helped me in recovering from alcohol, and I've been 2.5 years clean. Haven't had a drink since 2023 in January. Mind you, these are tips that I used. These are things that I used, but I didn't go to AA for them. This is just all about. So I started off with a reward system, meaning maybe I will go about a weekend without alcohol, or I might go a week without alcohol, or I might go a month without alcohol. And then also I decided, you know what, I'm going to cut back. So I would cut back, and instead of getting maybe a Jack and Coke, that's not really my preference. I was more of a gin, but instead of Jack and Coke, I might get a flavored vodka and soda water, or with tonic. Or instead of having 2 ounces of alcohol in a drink, I might instead have 1 ounce of alcohol, or I'll have half of an ounce of alcohol. And that's if I decided to make the drink myself. Forgot to mention, I was a bartender for 6 years, so that didn't help either. But the main point is to transfer the habit. So if you want to have a drink, instead try to have something else, or have something just to try to wean yourself off of it, to have less and less and less. Ooh, I forgot to mention too, now this is what helped me the most, having mocktails instead, because sorry, my dog, she acting up. But yes, my favorite thing is mocktails. I've kind of, from the time, I started to now, I will always try to find a mocktail or something like that. And that actually has helped a lot. So anytime you go to a place and let's just say you still want to be a part of the festivities, order yourself a mocktail. And a lot of people these days are drinking less alcohol, which I think is a good thing. And there's a lot of places that do cater to that. So you can have you a little mocktail instead. Also, what I would do too is ask if I can get it in a different glass. Get whatever drink I wanted, but in a martini glass or whatever kind of glass, just so I can still feel like I was a part of the festivity. Remember, the goal is to transfer the habit. So you want to trick your brain into believing that you're still doing the same thing that brought you comfort, but in a healthier manner. So remember, it's not about perfection. It's just about making the habit and making different choices. So if you do get off the wagon, that's okay. Just pick yourself up Try again, like Aaliyah, and just keep going. It's going to take a bit. It might not, depending who you are, but it's going to help you in the long run, and you're going to thank yourself a lot later. So I hope that helped anybody out there with some sort of alcohol dependency. Just know that you're not alone, and I hope those tips helped a bit. But thank you very much for listening to my TED Talk, and bye.